When we said we wanted to bring him to the table, I was like, well, what do you want to talk about? He said, mushrooms.
Yeah.
At the point when we said we needed to offer him that might be of some value, I resembled well. What is it that you need to discuss? He said, mushrooms. Definitely, no doubt, the enchanted sort, obviously mismatched since Jumble was in the room. And he resembled Jada Pinkett is at the entryway, yet don't leave. Take this weed chill. I'm going through my cycle. I'm going through my excursion since Christmas in the business he began at 13 years of age. It required him a long investment to develop all that crisp egan to do. I can let you know who he smoked his most memorable joint with. It's sort of hard on the grounds that I haven't exactly recounted the entire story. When we initially met, I was a street pharmacist, and that yes, in the past Jada Pinkett Smith had focused on her past battles with medication and liquor misuse. Yet it appears there's a piece she passed on out that Chris Rock is presently prepared to address during a genuine discussion on one episode of her renowned Red Casual Converse. Sia and the Hollywood star uncovered that she dropped on the arrangement of the 1996 parody, The Nutty Teacher, in the wake of taking the medication Euphoria. I had one occurrence on Nutty Teacher. I passed out. Cosmetics trailer. Jada told her mom Adrienne Banfield Norris and girl Willow Smith, who has the Facebook Watch television show close by her. I went to work high, and it was a terrible clump of happiness, and I dropped and I let everyone know that I probably had old prescription in a nutrient junction. A kept calling the experience educational, yet I let you know what I did. However, got my A together and got on that set. That was the last time she added the young lady strip star portrayed herself at that a great time as an end-of-the-week party young lady anyway. Her example of indulging shit expressed dated back to the extent that secondary school I could drink nearly anyone under the table. She reviewed when she showed up in Hollywood. Jada was blending hard alcohol in with pot and bliss. She legit imized her medication use by letting herself know she doing was less hurtful than heroin or cocaine. I wasn't doing things that I believed was habit forming. She made sense of still others in Hollywood, including entertainer and artist Debbie Allen, started seeing the entertainers hard celebrating ways. That is the reason you need to believe the eyes around you, said the mother of two, since you won't be aware. And that was the thing with me. Don't believe that individuals didn't attempt to tap me on my shoulder. Don't believe that when I was at Debbie Allen's hurling all around her home. Okay, that she wasn't like hello yet. I needed to arrive at my stone bottoms, added the star. Yet it appears to be that as per jokester Chris Rock, Jada has gotten many stars in Hollywood to take drugs as you would expect. It seems as though Jada's most memorable loss is, in all honesty, her hubby Will Smith, in what some accept was an endeavor to recuperate from Jada's disloyalty after a few episodes, including the scandal. Allows ensnarement occurrence. Smith attempted to fix his wrecked heart by stumbling on ayahuasca multiple times. I begin seeing all of my cash taking off, and my home is taking off, and my vocation is disappearing, and I'm like, oosh, and I'm attempting to get in his book. Will the Oscar champ reviews how, subsequent to parting from his better half in 2011, he searched out a shaman to give him the psychotropic tea and lead him through the dreams it creates. An hour in the wake of drinking it, he composes, I was drifting somewhere down in space. I was trillions of light years from Earth. During his outing, he detected an unseeable lady who he came to call Mother behind him. I can see she won't ever leave me, he composes. Then Smith arrived at a determination that would be an awful outing for his Hollywood controller's supervisory crew, and perhaps his alienated spouse, on the off chance that I'm this delightful. I don't require #1 films to feel far better about myself. On the off chance that I'm wonderful. I don't require hit records to feel deserving of adoration. On the off chance that I'm this lovely, I needn't bother with Jada or any other individual to approve me. He wound up stumbling 13 additional times, with Mother visiting him during 8 of them. The celebrity likewise addressed the association Jada and Tupac had, and how uncertain he was about their nearby security in view of the astonishing and strong individual and craftsman that Tupac was. However, they were never private there. Affection for one another is unbelievable. They characterized co-ride or kick the bucket in the start of our relationship. My brain was tormented by their association. He was POC and I was me, said Smith. The entertainer made sense of the impact Tuck had on his close-to-home state and his self Discernment, since he helped him a ton to remember his sibling Harry, who generally caused him to feel like a defeatist. Scar resembled Harry. He set off the impression of myself as a quitter I despised that I was. What he was on the planet, and I experienced a furious desire. I believe Jada should see me like that, said the entertainer. The experience additionally drove him to drugs. Beside Will Smith, it seems one more of Jada's medication casualties is her oldest child, Jaden. It's stupendly protected to say that the Smiths live it up together while talking as of late. At the hallucinogenic science gathering in Denver, Jaden Smith uncovered that he and his family utilize hallucinogenic medications in action. That he says his mother Jada was quick to acquaint with her family. I think it was my mother truly that was actually the first to make that step for the family. Jaden said at the gathering it was only her for seemingly forever, and afterward, in the end, it recently streamed and advanced, and everyone found it in their own particular manners. The 24-year-old entertainer likewise noticed the beneficial outcomes the medications have had on their relational intricacy. Kin can contend so a lot and battles so a lot, and ruler knows me and my kin have accomplished such a great deal of that in the past. He made sense of referring to his 22-year-old sister Willow and his 30-year-old relative three-pointer, yet the degree of adoration and sympathy that I can feel for them within the hallucinogenic encounters and beyond the encounters has been something significant and lovely. It will truly assist us with opening up our psyches to escape the prior perspectives that got us into bunches of these contentions and open it up so it's simply deliveries and accounts for you to resolve it and back rub it out until it's totally gone. Jaden added, no doubt. Jada's child glaringly conceded that she is liable for acquainting drugs with her relatives, and not even the more youthful Willow got away from Jada's medication, prompting danger. In a past episode of Red Casual Conversation about adapting to dependence during the COVID pandemic, the 22-year-old little girl of Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith talked about scaling back her own THC utilization. Unfamiliar, I truly don't have a lot to say. While recognizing that Mary Jane is useful to many individuals, Willow said her social sporting use became unnecessary when I quit smoking. It was a huge stunner, she said, adding that she has been sans pot for a very long time. There are such countless individuals that I called companions in my day-to-day existence who only similar to floated away. It truly made me think like this is truly fascinating when she quit partaking in what Ed Willow said she saw her capacity to subscribe to useful interests in her day-to-day existence like yoga and learning Spanish turned out to be more liquid and centered. And I know this sounds messy. Yeah, around the time I quit smoking, I began doing a ton of yoga and I just succeeded on the grounds that I was investing my time into I wasn't all doing anything more, she said. And I resembled wow, considered the possibility that I was doing this with everything, and afterward, it truly made me think, what have I missing? Have I been not placing my everything into or not putting all of my intellectual prowess into Willow? Further made sense of that, she would clear out of fatigue, something she regularly stands up to, while holding up during the pandemic anyway, the vocalist who said she's had a go at enhancing with CBD prescribed others with comparative propensities to keep their cerebrums busy with a daily schedule of significant errands. Super think about what is the principal thought in your mind before you smoke. What is your most memorable idea? And on the off chance that that is a considered pressure or involving it a support in any capacity, attempt to think about that, said Willow. And in the event that that comes from a pessimistic spot, look at that sense. Supposing that it comes from a pessimistic spot, look at that sense. Pessimistic spot that